With 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to high school basketball right here on Hometown 24. Tonight's big matchup, Estill County and Breathitt County. Manus Blur, Jim McCauley, Dave Adams with you. Manus, when we get these two together, we get a good basketball game. These two were hot last year in the tournament. Estill County going our way to the finals.
And, hosting at third place. All things came together for them. Of course, Estill County lost J.C. Long kind of in the middle of the year. They adjusted, came playing their best basketball at the end of the year.
Yes.
And then, of course, Breathitt County, Lord.
Yeah.
They lost 3 girls.
Injuries.
And it finally they recovered from it. But those girls are all back, and look forward to all the girls that were injured. They're back to 100%, and we'll see how it plays out.
Jim McCauley, you look at this girls' team, the Breathitt team. Noticed in the JV game a lot of good things going for them. Them shooting the ball well, handling the ball well. But you look at this varsity team, as Manus mentioned, got 3 injured players back, and they're starting to put the pieces together. Playing pretty well right now.
Yeah, I think that with Breathitt County, we don't get to. I don't get to see a lot of Breathitt County early in the year, so this is the first time I've seen them this year. But we know that they're capable of making a nice run in the district and region.
Oh, absolutely, you're right.
And David, they've already defeated 5 regional opponents coming in, and they defeated Leslie County just 43-42 just recently. Defeated Powell County, Jackson City, Wolfe County, and Buckhorn. Their only loss, basically, in the region has been to Estill County.
Yeah.
And that was early in December, and that was a 49-29 game.
Jim, keys to the game for the Bobcats to be successful tonight?
Well, I think that control the tempo of the game, first off. We talked about Estill County being really good at spreading the floor and being very methodical. I think that Breathitt County wants to get the shots up a little bit quicker and kind of control the tempo.
Manus, if you're Estill County, what do you do to control the Bobcats?
Well, with J.C. Long and Snowden at the point, they're going to spread the floor. If Breathitt County plays them man-to-man, they're going to spread the floor, take advantage of their quickness, take them off the dribble, and, if someone converges down on them, they'll kick it for the wide-open 3, and if not, they lay it in, or hopefully they put the pressure on the referees to make a foul call and go to the free throw line.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a good game, getting back here in January as we've had some time off. But now we start the stretch. We here at Hometown 24 have several good basketball games lined up for you. So it's January and February, and we're getting that started tonight coming at you. We're going to take a break. We'll talk more basketball when we come back to the Farcio Woods Coliseum.
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Farcio Woods Coliseum, Estill County, Breathitt County, getting ready to tip off here in about 2.5 minutes. We should have it going 3 minutes. And guys, tomorrow night we will travel to Whitesburg for the Cougars and Bobcats. The boys will play tomorrow night up there. We'll have that game at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening is the set time for that. So it should be close to that scheduled time, I'm sure. Guys, looking around at the region, we got to see everybody play, just about, for most part. Which team, Manus Blair, has impressed you up to this date in girls basketball?
Well, I think Knox County Central is the team. Of course, now they have lost Faith Pollard, a big piece in their team, and kind of have to see what they do. But, watch the Hazard Prairie Central game last night, and Prairie Central was able to pull that out. A lot of teams fighting for that second and third, fourth position in girls basketball in the 14th region, and these two are two of the ones that are trying to fight to get to that second place.
I think if you say one word, it's equity this year.
Oh, definitely.
Like Manus has said, Knox County probably a little higher ranked than everybody else, but boy, for that second spot, you've got probably 5 teams.
Owsley County,
Estill, Breathitt, Letcher Central, Leslie, Perry, Hazard. It's just a log jam, and really with girls basketball, you just don't know who comes out with the hot hand and their heads on straight to get the win.
And that will play out.
Yes,
and
it will.
Hazard with the regional tournament, and some of them will play out, and some will not make it to the regional because of the way district play is. And I think it's going to be a really exciting January and February for 14th Region girls basketball.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we have the starting lineup. So stay with us. High school basketball on Friday night.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
Welcome back to the Farcio Woods Coliseum. You're on the campus of Breathitt County High School. And now we've come to that time for starting lineups to get us ready to get the action on.
And, of course, we will go with the away team, the Estill County Lady Engineers, 4-7 on the season, coached by Mr. John Mayhans. Oh, wait a minute. We have an announcement, guys.
1,000-point club, maybe.
And that was for Brindley Gross, and I believe it may have been.
Yeah. So congratulations to Gross on that award.
Coach Brandon Hayes out to take a photo op. That's always a special part of being a coach.
Brandon, a graduate of Alice Lloyd College, played his college ball for Coach Gary Gibson over at Pippa Pass. And Brandon, a very nice young man, quality person.
And it will be Estill County. And Estill County once again 4-7 on the season. And the first starter will be number 11, junior guard Callie Snowden, averaging 10.3. Number 14, senior guard J.C. Long, averaging 17.8. Number 15, Kadara Skinner, junior forward. Number 24, junior forward Ava Hale. And number 25, senior forward Brooklyn Farrell. As I was looking around for the lights to go out, and they did. So Breathitt County Lady Bobcats 6-4 on the season, coached by Mr. Brandon Hayes. First starter, number 1, senior forward Brindley Gross. Number 3, freshman guard Lexi Combs, averaging 15.1 on the season. Number 5, sophomore forward Micah Cano. Number 22, senior guard Emily Neese.
Neese has been playing well late.
Can really shoot the basketball. And the big girl in the middle, number 23, sophomore center Charlie Stacy. Once again, Breathitt County 6-4 on the season. As the lights come back on.
Glad to see that. We have got daylight now. Jim McCauley. And guys, you look at this matchup, both of these teams, you know, they, as Manus mentioned earlier, you'll see some ball control here out of these teams, but they have been getting up and down better as well.
And Stacy with the tip and goes back to Combs. And Estill County, man-to-man. Running the old rup, split the post.
Yeah, Breathitt County with significant size advantage in the middle.
Yes, they do.
Gross up with a shot, missed it a little bit long. Rebound is going to come down to Hale.
Thought Gross shot that and off balance a little, guys. Could have had time to go up and get pretty good form there off her base.
And Breathitt County comes out in a zone, so let's see how Estill County will attack the zone. Usually very patient on the offensive end.
Yeah, they got the flasher flashing to the middle, so they're going to go inside out and get that three-point shot.
And there it is. As you say it, Long knocks it down.
Yeah.
Set up, got good room there, good follow through, and she plays a little music in Jackson to get us started.
And Jim was a prophet in noting that.
Yes, he was.
And Cano with the basketball here. Estill County playing a little bit of a sagging man here.
It looks like Bobcats tried to clear this right side out, Jim Bob, over here on this side.
Yeah, a lot of space over here, but they went to the overload.
Neese, a very good shooter, and you'll notice that Hale got up quick. And there's the three, and it rattles and doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. It's going to come down to Estill County, and Skinner, Long with the ball in the middle, breaks down the defense, goes in, shoots it off balance. Here comes Combs.
Skinner's off balance shot. She's not going to get that call, fading away and falling back.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's going to be a foul that time. That's going to be on Hale, and that'll be her first. And, you know, sometimes the Jordan rules do apply, though, David.
Oh, they do.
And, you know, when you're a really good player, and Long is, she scored over 1,500 points in her career. Probably will have 2 before it's done. Neese with the spin dribble to get away, but she pinned it on her hip, and that's going to be a nice call.
thought she made a good pivot.
Yeah, it was
to
a
go
nice,
across.
it was a nice little spin, and you can tell she's a very athletic young lady.
A very good shooter, very good three-point shooter. Made 4 out of 10 the last time they played together at Estill County. Skinner tries to go into Hale, and it's going to be a turnover for the Lady Engineers.
Tough pass there. She was covered with 2 Bobcats.
And Jackson will come in, and Skinner goes out. I was really looking forward to the Estill County band. I was hoping they would come.
Yeah, they always do such a good job.
Well, I'll tell you what, their opening number is hard to beat.
No. Stacy powers it up and misses. It comes up short. Rebound's going to come down to Cano. Gross with a shot, and it rattles, doesn't go. Long looking up. She's got the ball in the middle.
You can tell Long's wanting to go.
Breathitt County stays in the 2-3, and it's not putting pressure on the basketball.
You know, Breathitt does a good job with the 2-3. Not let the ball go there very easy. That time they got it in, but she couldn't hit the easy shot. But they're very good about trying to close the lane off.
Boy, you could about write that one down.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice
Found the
foul
open person, and it was Nice that will knock down the 3.
And then, like you had said, Manus, I mean, she's a very good shooter. And
yeah,
time she had a chance to square up and knock it down.
And put the radar out there
Yep.
and say, this is mine, as Hale shoots the 3, and it's long. Rebound's going to come down to Gross.
Combs does a good job coming in the middle of the floor, guys, after the ball is passed out.
Well, that's a nice catch and shoot.
I believe it was deflected a little bit, and it will be Engineers basketball as Skinner will come back in for Jackson.
And Maine, as far as a catch and shoot, that's one of the quicker on the girls basketball side I've seen this year.
Well, and the pass was in the pocket.
Yeah.
And when you pass the ball in the pocket, and that's what David, you were saying, if you are a good passer, you put it where all they have to do is go straight up and don't have to any wasted motion.
But you're talking about David talking about passing, and we know that that's
only
do as I say, not as I do.
Listen, Coach
he's
Morris
watched a lot of people pass.
Coach Morris didn't put me in the game to pass, guys. He put me in the game to shoot it. So I did what the coach told me to do.
And Skinner throws it away, and it'll be Breathitt County basketball of Coach Lonnie Morris, who knew how to put the ball in the basket as well.
I reckon. And David Ritchie, I know you're looking in tonight there, man. We're glad to have you along. And Earl Stevens, our buddy, glad to have you two guys along. 2 big Bobcat fans out there on Route 30, and they love the game of basketball.
Canoa loses it as he comes through. Stacy clears the lane before she gets a 3-second call. I think officials said get out of there. Combs with a spin, and it will not go, and she's fouled.
Yeah, she's going to shoot too. She beat her off the dribble, and the defender didn't really have much to do except a little shove in the back.
You know, I thought Stacy did a good job of posting there, guys. They didn't see her get her the ball, but she had her man pinned.
Yeah, and that's 2 times in a row she's come down, and they've just kind of passed up the look inside.
Yep. And Combs makes the first one, 77% free throw shooter, comes up short, and it's going to come down to Hale.
Left the line too early, guys. She went back a half a step as she turned that second one loose, and you got to stay there and follow through.
But you can tell Combs is a scorer. Nice spin,
left
hand, yes, sir.
Impressed with that move, guys.
Skinner with her first 2. Opposite hand off the board.
See, Nice has lost that big knee brace, bothering her a little bit.
And there's the 3 from the kick out, and it doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Cano. But Long steals the basketball. 1 against 3, 2 against 3. Spins, gives it up. Hale shoots the 3. Rattles, doesn't go. There's Skinner, puts it in.
Skinner, a nice hustle to use the board after that rebound, Jim McCauley.
Yeah, Breathitt, though, really nobody crashed the boards at all, and she was by herself down there. It's almost like a pass.
7-4, 2:54 first quarter.
Off the board, missed by Combs. And you got to remember, Skinner was an integral part of the run last year by the Lady Engineers, and she was one of those 50-50 ball getters. And there's going to be a foul as the drive goes up, and it's going to be on number 1, and that is Brinley Gross's first, as Long will go to the line to shoot 2.
Long's got a nice little jump shot, and she kind of hung just for an extra second to draw the foul right there.
And she makes the first. She's also a 77% free throw shooter.
You know, Skinner likes that right side. The Bobcats is going to have to close that off and make her turn because she goes right side, Jim McCauley, each trip down that she can just find a small lane.
And there's that Skinner girl trying to get a finger on the basketball. And, of course, Long misses the second one. Pelfrey came in and Hayes came in for the Lady Cats, and we've got a 2-1-2 set. And here it goes off the post. There's Gross with a shot. Comes up short, but there comes Pelfrey.
Estill County loafing on the rebound there, guys. 1 Bobcat and 3 Engineers.
Rebound comes down to Long, middle of the floor. Here she goes. Farrell into the lane, 15-footer. Rebound comes Denise.
Thought Farrell had a nice shot there, just didn't do anything with it.
Combs has the angle, puts it up, doesn't get it. Gross with a rebound, and it's going to be stolen by Snowden.
That's Snowden, a heads-up play right there.
And, you know, Snowden never gets into a hurry. No. She's never phased, guys. Goes to Snowden with a 3. It doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Skinner.
Yeah, Breathitt, just a whole lot of standing and watching instead of moving in for the rebound.
You're right on that. That time, Engineer comes all the way from the left wing to come in and get the rebound on that one.
And that's going to be Gross's second foul as Skinner will go to the line. First one is up, rolls, rattles, and comes off.
8-4 score, Estill leading first quarter.
Skinner shooting 50% as Gross will come out with those 2 fouls, and Cano will come back in. And that one will go for Skinner. Give her 5 so far.
Bobcats got to get more movement down here, guys, on the offense.
Combs with a spin, gives it up, and I believe Long's got it. Yes, she does. 1-on-1. Off the board, misses it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Estill County, and it will go to the Lady Cats.
Thought Skinner had a chance there to take it onto the rim and get the foul. She stepped back some there on the shot.
But, you know, David, you talked about Long being right-hand dominated, so you get over there and take that right hand away.
Yeah.
Makes her very uncomfortable when you get out of her lane.
Absolutely.
And that's your job as a defender, is to make the people you guard very uncomfortable. And I'm not talking about doing something that's illegal. I'm just talking about getting after them.
Nice ball fake and drive.
And off to the left and misses it. There's Pelfrey. She got hit. Nice call by official Morgan as Farrell says, yeah, I got her. Put her head down. So Pelfrey will go to the line.
Seems like Bobcats are getting some shots and looks. They're just not hitting it right now.
Well, you know, one of the reasons you play man-to-man defense is so you have box out.
Right.
And I'm sure that when you're sitting there as an Estill County coach, Coach Haynes, and you're saying, well, one reason we play man-to-man is for you to box out.
Right.
Second one goes up, and it rattles and goes.
41 seconds. Estill County, likely will try to hold this one for 1, guys, because they have done a good job on ball control down here running their offense.
And getting a little movement in that zone. Breathitt County coming out and playing a little bit more pressure on the basketball. Farrell's got it. Nice pass to Skinner. And it's going to be turned over with 18 seconds.
Skinner not strong with the ball there.
Combs looked up, and she's going to be fouled by Snowden. I believe it is the call. If it is. So.
Combs has got a really deceptive quick first step, Manus. You know, you see when she gets the ball, that one first step's really explosive. That's why she's drew the foul there.
And that's going to be the second on Snowden. And one thing I noticed Combs when she got the ball in here, the first thing she did, she looked up at the clock to know how much time there was. And, you know, a lot of freshmen do not do that.
That is true. 12 seconds and counting right now.
Rebound, there's that Cano, and she is going to be fouled, and that's probably going to be the second.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it is on Farrell. And that's 2 Lady Engineers as number 23 will come off the bench. Maddie Cole probably to take Farrell out as Cano will shoot 2.
Nice rotation on his shot.
Yeah, Bobcats, like I said, they've got shots, guys. So far they're not hitting the basket right now.
And you're not making free throws. Cano on a short number of free throws is at 20% for the season. Misses there is Skinner with 5 seconds. Let's see if Long can get one off. She does, and it will not go.
We played one at Breathitt County, 9-5 our score. Estill leading second quarter coming up.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters: family, friends, community. But sometimes we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
Nine to 5 our score. Second quarter getting ready to start. Estill County will have the basketball. As Breathitt County co-shooting the story the first half, and the Estill County defense getting a lot of takes and getting some opportunities. And Manus Blair, the second quarter, we are started.
Yep. And Breathitt County a little bit more aggressive out of that 2-3. Probably trying to make sure they've got to know where Long is. Nice pass to Cole.
Really
right
like
in.
Yeah, really nice pass. Kind of got a little overload over there on the side and made a nice little pass down inside
Great
the paint.
pass, wasn't it, Jim Bob?
Yeah.
Right there, kept the ball low.
And, you know, anytime that you were playing against the zone, that's what you're trying to do. You get 4 people and you swing it as Cano swings it over for the 3, misses it. Rebound comes down. Got away, I think, with the double dribble. But
they're going to call her on the walk.
Oh.
You know, the Bobcats are getting good looks. They just, right now, there's something on the rim just will not let the ball go in.
Hey, David, Bumper Adams has said that the Adams blood has never met a shot they didn't like.
I'd say Bumper's right, our good buddy
I would
there.
have to agree with that because I've watched a lot of Adamses in my lifetime.
I know Dickie Adams shot his arm off when he played, but he usually made it.
Nice with a 3 doesn't go right on the, and there's that Skinner girl.
Yeah, she's got a nose for the ball.
I like Skinner.
She reminds me of a Dennis Rodman type.
Yeah,
she don't care about anything but getting the basketball.
She plays hard, and she you never see her complain on the floor, guys.
There's that overload
there
again.
It is. Oh, nice pass, but Cole bobbled it a little bit there. Long with that 15-footer, rolls and goes.
Nice touch there.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the athleticism of Long. Does a lot of things good.
Yeah, Estill is going to be a team to reckon with in the tournament, Jim Bob.
Yeah, I agree.
And Manus mentioned to that he's got to see some tape on him, and he told us that.
Yeah, he did, and I said I didn't think that they would have the ability to duplicate what they did last year.
Hey, how many points is off the team from last year? Angel, and how many's gone? How many points?
Angel and Baker, so probably about 20.
Hey,
I'll look it up as Combs puts it in, and that's going to be a timeout for Estill County.
Yeah, Breathitt comes out and shows the press and turns Estill over quick with the press, but Estill's coach quick to call a timeout, put in the press offense.
30-second timeout, so we'll leave it here and talk a little bit about Estill County's team last year. And Angel took care of the middle for him. A very good player, used the board well and played hard and did a nice job for him. So you take 20 points off the team, minus somebody's got to make that up, and right now they're doing a good job of making that 20 up.
Well, and you know the thing about Baker, she was long and leggy and tall, but yet she could handle the basketball.
Yeah.
And you know, Angel
was strong with it.
And Angel was that rebounder for them, and it took them a while. They ended up 16-19 from last year, but you couldn't have told anybody they were 16-19.
No,
not a regional tournament.
Nope.
And let me tell you, Estill County's a tough place to play.
Yes, it is.
Nice job by Coach Hayes speeding up Estill County, but Estill County says here's Long, and that's 8 for her.
Let me tell you, Long is playing some good basketball right now, the way she handles the ball and the way she prepares herself.
Nice cut by Stacy off the board, and she puts it in.
Bobcats needed that, 15-9, 5:43 to go, second quarter.
And you know, a 2-2-1's just getting Estill County to play a little bit faster, and there's a 3, and it's going to be Long, and Combs comes up with it, looking up. Nobody's there. Nice head fake, goes off the board, misses it. Stacy's there off the board, misses it. And that hits the underside of the backboard on the pass from Combs. Stolen.
I'm very impressed with Estill's coaching. Their strategy, their scheme, really good.
And Long misses with a long 3. Stacy with a rebound.
Stacy did a nice job on that rebound. Notice she kept the ball high after the rebound.
There's the long 3. Bank misses it. Nice with the rebound, gives it to Stacy for the 15-footer. Missed it. Rebound comes down to Combs off the board and good.
Estill County cannot continue with a lead as they're doing if they're not going to rebound the basketball.
You can't give up 2 or 3 chances under the go and expect to be successful.
Long 3 by Hale, and it's Long, and there's Nice with the rebound. Combs looks up. Finds, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, just like that, Breathitt's right back in the game.
Yes, they are.
As Hayes came off on the sideline break and took it in and put it off the board.
Combs comes back in the game, guys. Tips the ball down there and comes down and gets a bucket. She's come in, and believe it or not, she's only got 1 bucket, but she's changed things in this game.
Well, and as a point guard, she involves other people.
Yes, she does.
Rebound comes down to Skinner.
She's very good in the post about getting in, pass it to a teammate that's open as well.
Well, the first thing she does is look up the floor. Skinner at the high post, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, and I think, too, when Breathitt put the press on, it caused Estill to play a little faster than they want to play, and they took a little shot or 2 that weren't advisable. So, they're kind of slowing it back down now.
And, that's what the 2-2-1's for. It's not to steal the basketball. It's to keep the other team and speed them up just a little bit as Hale shoots the deep 3 and doesn't go. Stacy with a rebound.
Estill getting their normal looks now. They're having time hitting the net.
Yeah, she was fading away from the goal when she shot.
And Nice knocks down her second 3.
Believe it or not, the Bobcats have their first lead in the ball game, guys, with 3:53 to go, second quarter.
And I think you got to credit Coach Hayes for speeding up the game just a little bit with the foul trouble that Estill County has gotten now.
Yeah.
Shot from the 15 feet, and that was a foul that time by Skinner that time. Didn't feel comfortable in taking the 15-footer and probably shouldn't have took it.
Yeah.
No, I think the last 2 or 3 looks that Estill County's taken has not been what they want in their offense.
And they have been putting a little speed on it, Jim.
Yeah.
They've shot it a little quick.
Oh, and it's going to be a walk on Combs. There's a little bit of contact, but no foul call.
Combs will smile a little bit. She kind of knew she was guilty there, guys.
Better than getting a foul called on her.
Yes, it was. Now this 2-2-1 is making Estill did a good job, though, of getting it across, passing the basketball instead of trying to dribble it up.
There it goes, and that's going to count.
And if you give Long an avenue on that right side, like David said,
that's where she wants to go.
She is going to be very productive going to that right side.
And that foul's on Pelfrey, her first, and that puts Long into double figures with 10.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's averaging 17.8 on the season. And she converts the three-point play. And here comes Estill County with their own pressure. Combs says, I'll break that. Nice pass, but it goes out of bounds. Sometimes with a big girl. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah,
I know what you're going to say.
I thought she did a good job there bringing it down, and I didn't know if Combs went as low as she could have that time. So I'm not going to.
And it may have surprised
Stacy
her.
may have just not went down far enough, Jim Bob.
Yeah.
Nice job by official Morgan and Fugit getting together and determining who it went out on. And that's going to be a foul on Pelfrey, I believe, and that is correct. And that will be her second foul. And that will send Worley to the line.
And Manus, we've had a chance either in person or watching these games online, and I'm telling you right now, Long is one of the premier players in the 14th region.
Well, Cat's Paws, John Henson and Cat Paws had her number 4, and she may be a little bit more than that.
Yeah. And, John does his homework, and he knows what's
He calls me. He calls anybody to pick up the phone. So.
Yeah. But very impressed with her right now.
Yep.
Second one goes for Worley.
She's had a big game so far tonight.
Not sure where she's going on the next level, but somebody needs to take her as a 3 will go down for Combs.
Nice follow through there. Got her feet set. We're
Give
tied,
her 7.
Tied at 19 with 2:40 to go, second quarter.
And we got us a ball game, and Coach Hayes is saying, get on the floor.
And Manus, before the game had started, we kind of talked about playing these games without school starting back.
Mm-hmm.
And these kids, a lot of them, if they didn't play in the tournaments in Florida or Gatlinburg, some of them have been a little bit more lethargic, and, they'll sleep later. And it makes it tough. This quarter, Breathitt County's kind of woke up a little bit.
And there goes Combs, lays it off the board.
Did a nice job using her body to take the ball that time.
Give her 9. Hale goes to the sideline. Got to be careful there. There's Jackson with the 3. That's long. Goes to Stacy, and she says, why are you throwing me the basketball?
Do not throw me the ball.
Yeah, not there anyway. Combs goes in the lane, but there's a lot of traffic in there. Hayes throws it up off the board, a little bit out of control. Rebound comes down to Worley.
That's a tough shot that time with Hayes. She was covered well.
Skinner with a 12-footer misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Hayes. 1 minute and 48 seconds to go in the first half. Nice look, Easton. It's blocked by Long. Crossover dribble. Got a 3 against 2. Gives it up. Nice off the board, and it will go.
Yeah, Long with a great heads-up pass off the break.
Yep, and she came down the middle of the floor that time. She could go to either side that way on the break.
And that foul will go against Stacy, and that's going to be her second foul.
Tied at 21, and Estill with an opportunity here to take the lead back again.
And Jackson will go to the line to try to complete it and give the Lady Engineers the lead, and it rolls in. The rim was kind.
Yes, it was.
Combs with the angle here, but 2 to 3 people on Combs. And
good
it's going to be a
hustle.
tie-up.
Yeah.
And it will go to Estill County.
Estill was aggressive on that defensive series, guys.
Yeah. And, you kind of figured out you've got to keep Combs from getting in there to the lane. And they did a good job cutting her off and forcing a turnover.
Nice job by Estill County getting the ball into the middle of the zone press and breaking it. As we near the 1 minute mark. Skinner says, cut, girls. And that's going to be a foul, and that's going to be, if that's on Gross, that's going to be her 3rd foul.
Little reach there.
And it is. And she'll sit the remaining part of the first half as Canova will come in. Did not see Gross come back in the game with those 2 fouls. And it should be 2 shots. Yeah. And everybody in Estill County over here was saying 2 shots. And that will send Jackson back to the line to shoot 2.
22-21, just over a minute to play until half.
Misses the first. Jackson, a sophomore.
We do have some other games in the area. We'll try to find some scores out on them and pass them along to you here at halftime coming up on the man Toyota at the half.
And that one will go down. Give her 4 on the first half. Man-to-man pressure. Kanoe will bring it up as Jackson goes to get her. 1 minute mark. Stacy's with good position there. Cleared. The lane was not clear that time. Pump fake back Kanoe. And Combs is going to get caught with a block.
She dribbled into no man's land.
She got bumped, and as Jim Bob said, no man's land will not be kind to you.
No.
Nope. And, you know, sometimes there's too much traffic. You know, Coach Hayes is saying, move out of there. But, you know, when you got a big girl like Stacy in there posting up, she's got to pop or go.
Yep, absolutely.
Jackson too deep
Stepped
on the
out of
baseline.
bounds,
Yep, stepped out. 41.9 seconds.
You know, if Breathitt does make good ball movement here and get it down, Stacy would be she is very, the mismatch for her down there.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But they got to get it down and get it set for her and let her get to her block.
No, it's just really crowded on her down there, David. You know, the guards are driving into the paint. It's causing 3 people to be in that area.
Yeah, that area is pretty heavy.
And sometimes you just got to go with the old pat on the head. Let's take a screen to get people off of Combs and also bring Stacy out of the post up to the high post or the wing area.
Just to clear some
space. Right here would be a good time to hit Stacy and let her make the pass to the cutter.
Niece splits it, and she is fouled. Good sportsmanship as they will help Niece up.
Probably underneath.
Yep, it's still foul number 4. So
right.
They'll have to put it in with 35.8. Combs, nice step through, throws it up. It's knocked away, and Long will have the basketball, and Combs tips it away. Kanoe with the ball. 24 seconds.
A good basketball handler, Kanoe.
Mm-hmm.
Combs straight line dribble off the board, and she will lay it in.
Nice touch there, tied up. We got 15 seconds. See if.
Oh, and there's going to be a foul in the back area.
Yep, wasted that. About 75 feet from the rim, and you're going to give
2 free throws.
A chance here.
11 points coming into these free throws. Trying to put the Lady Engineers ahead. First one is up, and it is good.
A nice follow through there. Very impressed with her, Jim McCauley.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the premier players in the region.
Looking forward to the RPIs being sent out Monday. Second one is good. I mean that in a facetious manner.
25-23, 10 seconds. Bobcats does have time here to get a good shot.
Yeah, if I'm the Bobcat or Estill, that's the one person I don't want to get the ball.
Nice pass. Oh, missed it. And Skinner with it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Throws it up. Doesn't go.
We've played a half here at Breathitt County. 25-23 your score. Estill County leading by 2. And we'll be back at the Man Toyota at the half coming up.
This holiday season, don't just deck the halls, tech the halls with brand new devices from Appalachian Wireless. All of Santa's good boys and girls are going to love this holiday deal. An iPhone 14, 128 gig for a penny with the unlimited or mix and match plan with a standard 2-year agreement. An iPhone 14, 128 gig for a penny. See Santa's little helpers at your favorite Appalachian Wireless location for details and tech the halls We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
25-23 our score at the half here at Breathitt County, as Estill County leading the Bobcats by 2. Guys, do we have any scores in the area we'd like to share, talk about on the man Toyota at the half?
Right now over at Ermine, Letcher Central leads Floyd Central 22-19 going into the half. Do you have a Hazard Leslie score,
No,
Manus?
I don't have it. I was trying to get one.
I think Buckhorn was up a couple on Lee County. And that's all I've got right now.
And want to remind everyone, college basketball tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. The Cats, Manus Blair. That will be a dandy in Lexington.
The earliest time game of the history of Kentucky SEC basketball.
Is there a reason for the early game?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I would be really irate if I was a UK football. Yeah, if I'm a football fan, I would be too. A basketball fan.
Yeah.
Because that means I'm going to have to go down tonight and stay.
Oh, no question. Or get up at 5 o'clock and start driving, you know.
Yep.
But also tomorrow night we'll be at Letcher County Central, 5 o'clock tip-off between the Bobcats. The boys will play the Cougars up there.
Yeah, well,
So
Breathitt County coming off, I think they won the tournament they were in down in
Florida. They're playing
Destin.
good basketball right now, Breathitt County, yes. They've got the football out up, and that tournament, I think, really has got them started. So we'll see how they continue. And, guys, good tournament down there for them and to come away with the championship.
What about looking over the scores, David, over the holiday break? It looked like a lot of the 14th region teams fared well down there.
Yeah.
I think Perry Central went 2-1 down there. The Letcher Central Lady Girls played in a tournament, Christmas tournament over in Pineville, I think, and they were 2-1.
Right.
So
you had Letcher Central's boys in Bath County, and I think they won 2 of their 3.
Right.
So, you know, that's a good time for team bonding. It's a good time for you to work on some of the things individually and collectively that you need to work on. You work on your weaknesses. You don't. Everybody wants to work on their strengths.
And guys, I'll be honest. You want your team starting to really gel and get things going, and the chemistry needs to be there by that start of that third week of January. You want to start playing pretty good basketball, because you know you're only 3 weeks away from the big show of the district getting started that last Monday of February. You want to be ready.
Well, and you know, too, we're getting into that, and I hate to say that 4-letter word, snow.
Oh, my. Why did you have to bring that up, Maynard
Well,
Squire?
everybody
My
out
goodness.
there, I want you to make sure that you're ready just in case.
Yeah,
but,
that's
But
true.
don't buy the last gallon of milk.
And leave 1 jar of pickle bologna for me, guys.
Okay. but you know, the thing about it is missed practices,
Right.
illness, those
Right.
kinds of things play in this January.
Conditioning.
Yes.
Conditioning when
Yeah.
you have 4 or 5 days off. Coach, there's some time a coach cannot bring the kids in where
Right.
the roads is
or
bad,
just a
guys.
few can come in, and
Yeah.
you don't get that team practicing or the simulation of full court stuff because you don't have enough girls or boys in order to do it.
And the biggest thing for me as a coach is getting out of that schedule, getting up,
A
eating,
rhythm.
going to
Right.
school. You know, the whole everything is planned out for you. And guys, it was only a few years ago when Manus was a spry teenager, and you know, probably wasn't up at 7 o'clock on the snow days. So, you know, they have a tendency
I got a phone call that said, you need to be down there. Yes, sir, I'll be there. I got to get the coal in, and then I'll be on down.
But we want to say hello to Mr. Ryan Farmer, a good friend
Ryan.
over at Hyden, Kentucky, big sports fan. And Ryan, it's good that we've got you along tonight, my friend.
And he's probably enjoying that Hazard-Leslie County game.
And maybe he can give me a text.
It's 25-21
Oh,
start
20.
of the third quarter.
25-21. Hey, good
Hazard,
ball game.
that is.
Good ball game in Hazard Memorial Gym tonight.
But that's the last score that I tried to get, and 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Absolutely. We'll try to keep updating the scores as we go. As we get information in, we'll keep passing it along in the second half of this ball game here. Thanks for joining us, the man Toyota at the half. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter getting ready here in Jackson. Stay with us on this cool night in the mountains.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Third quarter underway here. It's starting at Jackson as Breathitt County will have the basketball. Estill on defense. 23-25, and we're ready to go third quarter action.
And noticing Long is picking up Combs, trying to go to Stacy. A nice called play, and that's all you can do when you're the coach. You draw it up, and you get the shot. You got to convert. And Coach Hayes did that right out of the halftime.
Good play set up, guys. Good play set up.
Long goes into Skinner, go back to Snowden, who's set a long time in that first half. Out of control a little bit. Rebound comes down to Stacy. They've got the odds if she wants to push it. Thought she had Gross on the skip pass there.
Going to have to get a little more spacing if Stacy's going to set this screen. See?
There's what we're talking about right there.
Coming over and closing. Combs was too close that time.
Combs threw the left hand up, but that's another smart coaching by Coach Hayes is getting Stacy out of the middle of that lane and using that stiff. And Long will shoot it, and it was a 3.
Nice touch.
I believe it was a 3.
You know, Long has got that follow through that, I mean, her hand straight at that basket.
Yeah,
nice follow
you almost expect it to go in every time.
Yeah, absolutely. 28-23.
1-2-2 by Estill County trying to trap in the corners evidently. Nice with a pump fake. Might have got away with just a little bit of a
extra step there.
Yeah, just a little bit. There's Cano with the long 3. Doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Long.
Canal had some good shots tonight and got a good form on her, good, but it's not been able to go for her.
Breathitt County packing in that 2-3, but they got a shade Long. That goes without saying.
And this is what we were talking about with Estill County spreading the floor out a little bit now and going to force Breathitt to come out and play a little tighter defense.
And that's going to be a turnover. Had no pressure on her.
No, that was one they'd like to have back.
And cross court, guys.
And she said to every player, my bad.
Yeah.
Played a lot of games. Nice goes down to Gross. Gross in the middle of the lane, splits and it doesn't go, but she's going to pick up the 2 shots as she is fouled by Skinner, and that's going to be Skinner's second. And Gross will shoot her first 2 free throws, shoots 62% and makes the first point of the game for Brindley Gross.
Breathitt was stuck on 23 for the last minute and 10 seconds of the first half.
And that's going to be White, and that's going to be the correct call from my angle.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But I am 72.5 feet away from the goal.
Now, Keith Morgan was right there on it, and he saw it a lot better than us.
Yeah, he definitely is. Gross knocks the 3 down.
Gross plays a little string music in Jackson, KY.
Yeah, she's just didn't get to play a whole lot in the first half, and they missed her offensive abilities.
Breathitt cutting the lead to 1 with 5:20, third quarter.
Knocks away with Stacy. Oh, nobody there as Gross steals the basketball as nice go through, a little bit too close together. Left hand by Stacy to go.
Stacy, a nice touch, but that's a tough shot with that left hand, Jim.
Yeah.
Give her 4.
And, you know, the pass was right at her shoes, so she did a good job just collecting the ball and going up and scoring with it.
Bobcats have the lead back.
Yeah, 2 straight unforced errors by the Engineers.
Skinner turns with the left hand, and it goes.
Hey, nice move by Skinner.
Yeah, we saw her do that early in the game, and that's the first time I saw her go back to that, but really nice.
And that's going to be Combs' first. But, yeah, she scored a quick 5 points in the first quarter, and then as we have one, I don't know. Okay, Jackson is coming in the game as Skinner will try to convert. Give her 8 on the made free throw.
31-29, Estill County back in front.
Goes into Nice, who's posted up, goes up and puts it in. Give her 5.
after missing so many shots early in the first half, Breathitt County's field goal percentage improved greatly here in the last 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
And against Estill County over there, the Lady Cats shot horribly for the whole game. Only had 29 points in the entire game. So 31 already, and Combs goes in with left hand, doesn't go long, will get the tip.
Combs had a chance there to go into the defender and then take it.
Ooh, that one did everything but go in.
Yep, she got robbed.
Combs step back three, and it comes up short. Rebound to Skinner. Outlet to Snowden. Combs is there. Goes by, misses it, and it's going to go off of Snowden, and it's going to be Lady Cats basketball.
I liked Snowden the way she went into the basket that time. She went into the player.
She thought she was going to get the foul call and did not get it. You just got to concentrate off the block and put it in.
Yeah.
And it's tipped away that time of Nice, and they're fighting for the basketball. Nice will come up with it. Nice job by Jackson battling her. There's Cano.
Good look right there.
And it's not going to go. Rebound comes down to Stacy. She goes up. It's blocked by Long.
Stacy got to go up a little tougher than that. Off of, her base was off that time. Just 1 foot trying to go up.
See, they look to get the ball up.
And Farrell comes down. There's Skinner. Nope. Jackson with a rebound, and there's going to be a timeout, looks like.
Yeah, Estill's definitely looked this second half a little disjointed in their offensive sets.
It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 31-31. We'll be back.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back. 2:43 to go here in the third. We're tied at 31. Estill County will get ready to inbound the basketball.
And Breathitt County once again out of bounds at the bottom there in the 2-3. So you're trying to find a gap right there. It had Farrell for just a second. Coach Haynes looking for a little bit more motion against the zone.
And you can see that he had the talk, and they are moving much more efficiently.
Skip pass all the way to Furr. Gives it up to Hale. Snowden.
And that's what they wanted.
And that's what they got.
Yeah.
So nice job of coaching there, and nice job of being patient. 19 for Long. There goes Combs in the reverse right. Puts it in. Give her 14.
Combs, I noticed, good speed on the floor, guys, even with the basketball. Taking care of it. She has good speed.
And once again, she's just a freshman. Oh, handoff in tight quarters. Goes to Farrell. Pump fake goes in the middle, gives it up left hand, and good for Skinner.
Skinner coming up big.
Give her double figures with 10. Combs may have slid this a little bit, and it's no.
I tell you, I like the pass by Combs. It was just perfectly bounced to her teammate.
And that foul is going to be on Farrell, and that will be her third foul. Pelfrey will come back in for Cano. Gives it to Nice for the three, and it comes up short. Rebound to Snowden. She's got 1-on-1 against Gross. Goes right into her, throws it up, doesn't go. Skinner with a rebound. Snowden was wanting the foul call.
Yeah.
Shoots the three, comes up short. Skinner said, my bad. Try to tip it back to Snowden. Pelfrey goes in behind the defense, and she will lay it in.
Yeah,
good
nice
bounce pass.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Jim. That was a good bounce pass. Perfectly laid out for her teammates. Catch with both hands and go up on the glass.
Skip pass all the way to Furl. Nice look in there to Skinner off the board, and she puts it in.
Skinner knows what she wants to do with it when she gets it there, Manus.
Yep, and she's done a nice job around the goal, and she's got 12.
Cougar boys still leading.
It's the girls.
Girls.
No, Floyd Central's up by 1 now.
And Nice with a long three.
I think Hazard was leading Leslie by 8 or 9 the last time we checked.
36-25 Hazard. Just started the fourth quarter. This game has picked up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to go with a high-low as Hale steps back. Three is missed. Rebound's going to come, and it will be Estill County basketball with 11.9 seconds.
Tied at 38 for Fairfield Woods Coliseum, Breathitt County, where Earl Stevens tore them up often when he was on the court.
A lot of great teams played on this floor.
Oh, absolutely. Arch Johnson, Cluster Hard, Lonnie Morris. We could go on down the line.
And it's going to be a jump ball with 0.1 second. So that's going to end the possession for them.
Tim Hogg, I hope you're watching in, big guy. Glad to have you along.
And that will end the third quarter, and we have gained nothing.
Yep, 38-38. We come back fourth quarter. Stay with us. We got a dandy in Jackson.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Fourth quarter getting ready to start here at Breathitt County. We're tied at 38. Got a good basketball game going on as the Bobcats will have the basketball to start our fourth quarter. And guys, 8 minutes to go. We'll decide maybe who wins this one.
Yep. It may take more than 8 minutes to decide.
It could indeed.
A little weave going on by Breathitt County. Goes in to Hayes, kicks it back to Gross. Shoots the jumper, comes up short. Rebound's going to come down to Hayes, takes it away. Nice with a wide open three. Go.
That is a big play in this ball game.
Yeah.
Right there.
Double figures, got 11, and you know, Estill County has beat Breathitt County 9 times in a row. And they definitely want to win this basketball game.
Yeah. If I'm Breathitt County, I got to find Nice because she's got the hot hand right now.
Long comes up long, and Gross with the rebound. Combs sidesteps, and she's going to be fouled. And that's going to be on Skinner, and that's going to be her third. And it will send Combs to the line where she's 1 for 2 so far.
And this will be the largest lead of the game for Breathitt County right here.
I tell you what, guys,
It
if
will
we
be.
look over all the kids in the region, they're freshmen. This girl right here is at the top.
Yep. She's right there with the big Amos girl at Perry County Central.
Yeah. 30-second
And it's gonna be a
timeout.
30
We'll
second.
leave that here. And Hazard and Leslie both still going at it, and it's 38-27 still.
5:46 to go in the game.
Yeah, 37-36 at Ermine. Letcher Central leading Floyd Central with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Shout out to my little manager buddy, Tim Eldridge, is watching from London, Kentucky.
Yeah, and Dixon up at Lots Creek is tuning in, and Paul Sandlin, glad to have him along. James Catron, and all those big basketball fans. And how about Dexter Campbell, guys?
He should be, if he's not eating vegetable soup right now, he's probably watching the ball game.
You know Tick Lewis and Sonny Frazier is watching. Those guys, that's all they do is watch ball games. And how about Zeke Jones, our good buddy up in Neon?
Long trying to get in there.
Yeah, somebody else is going to have to emerge as a scorer here for Estill County.
Yes, they are. Good ball movement.
Long wide open, and she misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Hale.
Listen, that was a good ball movement. Guys, you can't get a better shot than that.
Hale with a long three. Doesn't go, but there's Skinner. Oh, and she cannot control it.
I thought Long got her shot, Jim Bob.
Oh, yeah, she did. But, you know, she's not looking as confident. She didn't come out of the game, and I don't know if she's a little winded maybe.
You know, that's true. And her shot has been short. The last two put up.
But I'm saying, guys, there's no way Coach Hayes is saying leave her wide open.
Oh, no.
No way.
I don't think he's saying that right now. They got away with it. But Nice can't be wide open either, and she doesn't go, and rebound's going to come down to Hayes. Uh-oh, got a little bit of extracurricular going on. And it goes in with a left hand, and Lexi Combs, and that puts her at 19.
Yeah, she's a dandy.
Three doesn't come up, and there's Gross with the rebound.
Boy, Breathitt can really put the pressure on the Engineers right here if they get a bucket.
Got a 3 against 2. Stop. Pop misses it. Rebound's going to come down. And, you know, Hayes has gave him some good time in there.
Yes, she has.
Been physical.
Difference so far in this quarter is the Bobcats have hit 3 buckets, and Estill has not found it yet.
And, you know, you got to give Brendan Miller a whole lot of, in our preview, he mentioned about Lexi Combs, how good she was going to be and how much she'd improved.
And she has.
And gotten stronger. Long goes into the lane with a floater off the board, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Nice. Nice gives it up to Combs. Combs got the angle, and she is going to be fouled, and that foul will go against Brown, and that will be her first, and seeing Combs to the line.
Yeah, you're right, guys. Engineers have cooled off down here, and they're struggling right now, and they got to find the bucket. They're going to get back in this.
First one rattles and comes out. Second one is good.
Well, they pushed the lead out to 8.
Yes, they have. The biggest lead of the night for the Bobcats by far.
And that puts Combs at 20.
She's really been a bright spot.
Breathitt County making sure they know where Long is. Had Snowden at the block wide open and was not able to get the basketball to her.
Snowden has been frustrated tonight. She got the 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. She had to set. She's not really been flow of the game, guys.
No, and you take away, you know, Nice and Combs for Breathitt, and the same thing with Skinner and Long for Estill. You're talking about almost 90% of scoring for both teams. You know, who's that third person that's going to step up here in the last 4 minutes to help out?
Yep, and we'll take a 30-second break. When we come back, it's 4:41 to go here in the fourth.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Welcome back. 38-46 their score. Bobcats with a big fourth quarter to get started here, and they played some of their best ball, guys, in this fourth quarter, the first 2 minutes of this quarter.
Well, you know, Jim mentioned in our pre-show about tempo, and the game has been played more at Breathitt County's tempo than Estill County's.
Breathitt still in the 2-3 guys, and I figure more pressure on Long than that.
Nice move by Skinner, left hand, and she's going to tip it out of bounds.
Skinner
just missed it right in front of the goal. And you, once again, you draw something up, and it's right where you're at, and you're right in the front, and you can go left or right, and just a nice called play. And that's going to be a foul on Snowden, and that's going to be her third. Gross gets it into Combs.
That's a tough matchup.
Hayes trying to get position down there. Pelfrey back into Hayes. A lot of contact inside.
Yeah, they're definitely swapping paint.
I think official Morgan said, easy now, easy. Combs wrap around to Pelfrey, back into Hayes. Kick out to Gross for the long three. It doesn't go. Rebound comes down. It's stripped. And there's going to be a foul call on Pelfrey.
That's a good break for the Engineers right there, because that could have been an easy steal and put it in.
And that's going to be 3 on Pelfrey. And the Breathitt County fans do not like that call, as Snowden with a 3, and it will go.
Snowden finally makes the net go tonight, guys. Been a while for her.
That was her first points of the game. Knees wide open, go.
Big 3, 49-41. Lead goes back to 8.
Her 5th three-pointer on the night gives her 14 total. Snowden goes in off the board, and it goes. 5 quick points for her.
Yeah, where has that been?
She's just not been able to find it, Jim, in the first half. Had some looks and got an early foul, and that got her kind of out of the game.
Combs off the board, and she will lay it in.
Nice take by Combs. Boy, she is, as Dick Vitale would say, a diaper dandy.
So we've got 22 for Combs.
2:45 to go in the ball game.
But Estill County can't just keep switching, and it's long. One score. They've got to make some stops.
They've got to have stops. Breathitt's doing a nice job of going to the basket now after setting the screen outside.
And that's going to be on Furl, and that will be her 4th.
Estill has got to get some stops here if they want a chance, because the Bobcats, another score or two, and just like that 15-footer.
Doesn't go, but there's Gross with a rebound. Nobody boxed her out, and she got fouled.
Big play there. Yeah. Gross outworking the 3 Engineers on the basket to get the ball.
And that's going to be Hale's 3rd, and we'll send Gross to the line for the 3rd and 4th times.
Jim, Cougars still ahead.
40-40 in the 4th quarter, all tied up.
Big game at Letcher Central tonight, and there'll be a big game there tomorrow night when the Breathitt Bobcats come to town. That game is set for a 5 o'clock tip, and Hometown 24 will be there to give you that ball game.
And Gross makes the second one, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
We'll leave that here.
But like you guys said, at this point, they can't trade baskets.
No,
you know, you've got to become really aggressive right here if you're Estill County down 9 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go.
And now they're in the bonus. You start picking out who in this game has not made free throws, or you always have that little list in your pocket of free throw shooters you're going to foul. Looks like Hazard is going to defeat Leslie County. It's 53-40, under a minute now in their game.
You know, Hazard, guys, with a big tournament win at the Smokies, and congratulations to Coach Holland on a big tournament win there. And Coach Honeycutt goes to Florida and brings the medal back there. So those guys getting their teams ready for the run.
And Estill County cannot waste time, but they got to take good shots. Farrell with a wide open three, and it will go.
Yeah, now they've got to get – and the one person you don't want to get the ball to right here, Combs, and she slices and dices.
But she misses it.
I tell you what, she made the move, just shot it too hard off the glass.
Skinner gives it up to Long for the three. Doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Combs. Got to run a little bit of time off the clock.
Yeah, don't be in a hurry.
And it's going to be stolen by Estill County. Gives it back up. Nice drive through. Misses it. Long's there, and she is going to be fouled.
46-52, minute 37. Estill going to the line as Long will have the opportunity.
And that will be Gross's fourth foul. And you don't want to do that if you're the Lady Cats. Put them on the line, freeze the clock, allow them to set their defense up, but you got to make the free throw.
Yeah, Jim, I believe you're right,
yeah.
Big guy. I believe she's tired.
Yep.
She's her shots have been short all the fourth quarter and half of the third quarter because she was really doing the job for Estill County up to that point.
And makes the second, give her 20 on the night. And it's deflected, and it's going to be it's going to be a foul. And that will be on number 24, and that will be 4 on Hale, I believe.
And we should have 2 shots coming up.
No, that's 5 on her. And Farrell will come back in for her. Nice will go to the line where she is shooting 75% on the season. And that one comes up a little bit short.
Got to hit free throws down the stretch, guys. They're big during the stretch. Got to hit them.
And that rolls and goes. And that's going to be a timeout for Breathitt County, and that's going to be a full.
Well, we'll take a full one as well. 53-47, minute 35 to go. We're coming back.
This is the 4th app. I don't remember any of these passwords.
With so many subscriptions, it can be impossible to keep up.
Who said that?
Don't worry about who I am. Worry about all the money you're losing paying for all these subscriptions.
I have to use like 13 to watch all the shows I want to watch.
Then sign up for TVS. With TVS, you have all your favorite shows with just one bill. So stop throwing away money and throw away those subscriptions.
Magellan, what should we do with all this money we save by switching to TVS?
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope. And Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
53-47 the score. Estill County will have the basketball.
And they got to go well, but they got to do it in a running set.
Yep.
And there it is, and Long comes up short, but rebound's going to come down.
Yeah,
and
she
it's
was
gonna
on
be
the out of bounds. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Our good buddy JT up at Hazard give us a score 56-42. Hazard over Leslie. We thank our good friend JT for that. Appreciate him all the time.
Yeah, you got a foul here.
And Combs loses her shoe.
That's what we call a flat tire back in the old days, guys. And you will have them every now and then.
Especially the shoes they make today.
Hey, I'm not a fan of the shoes they make today, by the way. I know the kids love them and stuff, but no ankle protection. I just don't know about them. We got a full timeout with 1:18 to go, 53-47. We're coming back to the Farciel Woods Coliseum after this.
We have determined that you have early onset Alzheimer's disease.
Why me? How could I have prevented this?
Research shows that reducing stress levels, not partaking in substance abuse, and being aware of safety measures are a few ways to prevent it.
So how quickly can this progress?
There's no definitive timeline. Everyone is different.
This holiday season, don't just deck the halls, tech the halls with brand new devices from Appalachian Wireless. All of Santa's good boys and girls are gonna love this holiday deal. An iPhone 14, 128 gig for a penny with the unlimited or mix and match plan with a standard 2-year agreement. An iPhone 14, 128 gig for a penny. See Santa's little helpers at your favorite Appalachian Wireless location for details. And tech the halls. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hazard wins tonight, 58-42 final score up at Memorial Gym. And thank you, JT, for that score, getting it to us, big guy. We appreciate you.
And you got to make Combs give it up, and
yes,
she splits three and smartly dribbles it back out.
And not the girl you want to foul.
And that's who they fouled.
Yeah.
And Estill County was Brown, picks up her second.
Breathitt County had a screener at the middle of the floor and on the right side, and Combs goes around both them guys, and I think this was set up for Miss Combs to go to the foul line.
And, you know, Combs, besides having a really nice skill set, shows a lot of moxie out there for a young player.
Yeah, she does. She don't care to take the ball to you, not at all.
And, you know, she was smart in knowing that the enemy is the time now. And she's going to get fouled, and then she says, I'll make both free throws.
Yep. Nice player. Got a good future in front of her. No question about it.
But I think it's got to extend out, not give up wide open threes here as they try to run something off the baseline. Snowden goes through, and she's going to be fouled, but they're not in the bonus.
No, that should be brought in, thrown in under the basket here as Breathitt County will make the sub as Manus, young lady, come in and played well for them.
Most definitely. Looking for the double screen on the weak side. There is the long three. Doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Skinner. She puts it up. Doesn't go.
Jim, Estill not shooting the outside shot well in the second half.
No, I think fatigue has set in on several of the players. You know, Long constituted the majority of their offense through 3 quarters, and, you know, not having her to fill that rose really hurt.
And Skinner will bank it. The bank of Hyndman.
Yep.
Right there.
And we want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. We appreciate you greatly for helping us get high school basketball out to all the viewers that may have a little trouble getting to the game sometimes. So we appreciate that.
Big offensive rebound, but they got to go.
Yeah, taking way too much time dribbling.
Be quick, but don't hurry. As Long shoots the three, and it's off. Rebound's going to come down to Cano, and that's who they need to foul.
Need to foul her.
But they don't, and they give it up to Combs, who wants to be fouled. And Snowden says, I want to foul, and she gets it.
It's her fifth.
That is her fourth.
Guys, I think this game come down to the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. It was just all Breathitt.
Yeah.
And Combs got her rhythm. But when you're down to 29 seconds, you about just have to foul anybody that's got the basketball. And Combs wasn't going to give it up. Makes another one. And that's going to be a timeout for Breathitt County, and that will be a 30-second timeout. In the fourth quarter, Combs is 7 of 8 from the free throw line.
Yep.
What's their total points, Manus?
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 26 points. So I would imagine that she would probably be.
Yeah, Combs is probably, if you look at our freshman class in the region, of course, you've got Maddie from Apple up at Hazard, who's an outstanding freshman. And Combs, and got some good freshmen coming in.
Amos from Prairie Central.
Amos from Prairie Central, and those kids are going to make some noise. You take from Apple up at Hazard, very hard to contain.
Pretty much this is
play all over.
This is a young region for girls basketball.
Absolutely.
Estill County got to push it up, look for the three, and if they don't have it, and nice job by Combs picking it up with token pressure to use up a little time.
Just very smart player.
And they fouled, and that's what they did not need to do. And Snowden will put the bucket in.
Snowden that first half got those 2 quick fouls, guys, and really got out of the game till here in the second half.
And that's going to be 5 on Gross.
Played a good ball game, Gross did. Had some big rebounds, some steals tonight, and, you know, she played well.
And that's going to send Snowden to the line. And they must steal something right here. If she makes it, it'll make it a 2-possession game. And she does. And now the foul is going to be made, that time by number 4. And that is 3rd foul on Brown. And this game is going to be shortened dramatically the next.
Yeah. 18 seconds.
I mean, lengthened.
Yeah.
I said shortened.
They have to.
I was thinking about cooking.
Oh, okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Nice will shoot 2. First one is up.
It's going to be a nice win for the Bobcats. Looks like they're on the way unless something major happens, Jim.
No, they've hit their free throws down the stretch to pretty much solidify this game, David.
Yeah.
Nice was 16, and with her no, I've got that miscalculated.
Manus will.
She had
20
threes.
She has 20 points. I'm sorry, I've miscalculated her points.
Manus will try to run over the scoring real quick after the game.
Farrell with a 3 doesn't go. Rebound's going to come down to Hayes.
And they're going to let it go.
Dribble it out, and that will be the basketball game, 59-51.
59-51, you're right, Manus Blair. And Manus, give us the scoring tonight, and let's see who made the punch card punch tonight.
For Estill County, Jackson had 4. Snowden had 5, 7, 8. Long had 20. Skinner had 13. Ava Hale failed to score. Brooklyn Farrell had 3. Maddie Cole had 2. Brown failed to score. Worley had 1. And that's a total of 51 for Estill County. Breathitt County, Brindley Gross with 5. Lexi Combs had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 26 points.
And Lexi Combs will be our Alice Lloyd College player of the game.
Alexis Pelford had 3. Cano did not score. Hayes had 4. Emily Neese had 20, as we said earlier. Stacy had 4. And guys, pretty much that was a total of 59 points for Breathitt County, and there will be 59-51, and they avenge the earlier loss to Estill County.
Hey, well, Jim Bob, your thoughts, my man, on the Bobcats and the Engineers?
Well, I think that both teams are very capable of making a run deep into the 14th region tournament, David.
They are.
I think the question for both teams, though, to be successful is where is that third scorer going to come from? You know, we saw outstanding play from several players for both teams, but they've got to each find another scorer to be able to compete for the championship.
Oh, absolutely. You're right, Jim. Some good points there. And Manus, we got a big game tomorrow night as Hometown 24 will travel to Letcher Central. for the Cougars and the Bobcats. That's a 5 o'clock tip.
And we'll see Coach Honeycutt.
We will see Coach Honeycutt tomorrow night evening, so looking forward to that. For Jeremy Woolham on the camera, who always does a great job, Josh Cornett on controls, Maynus Blair, Jim McCauley. We'll see you all tomorrow evening at Letcher County Central at 5 o'clock. And I'm Dave Adams. Y'all have a safe weekend.